60% of the way through How Does It Feel by Jeneane O'Riley. This is Infatuated Fae Book 1.
I meant to talk about this book earlier, like instead of waiting till 60% of the way through to talk about my thoughts so far about this book.
Honestly, there wasn't really much going on for like the first 30%.
I was kind of bored.
I didn't know if I was actually going to finish this book or if I was going to DNF it. That being said, this is a fantasy book, but for the first 30%, we are not given a fantasy world at all. We're in the mortal realm, and our main girl Callie is like a scientist and she studies like
Bugs and stuff.
but she goes through a portal and she accidentally falls through this portal and lands on this unseelie prince, and he's like an absolute monster. Here we are, we're in the unseelie court, and he's ruthless and he's been torturing this poor girl. No matter what she says, no one believes that she is not an assassin come to kill this guy. Now she's just a little plaything. Things have picked up. I don't really enjoy the writing style. Another reason why I was thinking of DNFing this book. It seems like this is this author's first time writing, honestly, so I'm not really gripped as far as the writing goes. It's definitely giving
Kindle Unlimited fantasy romance books.
But we are here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to read villain arcs, whatever that means. So we finally got introduced to the villain, which is Prince Mendax, and he is the prince of this unseelie court, and he is definitely a villain. He is not a good guy. So we're just gonna keep trucking through. Things have finally picked up and now we are getting somewhere. It's also giving a little bit of ACOTAR vibes, Under the Mountain, if you remember. So we're just gonna continue going on with this book. And I don't know if I'm gonna make another update, but yeah, so far things have picked up and it's getting a little more interesting. So regardless of what I feel about the writing style, I think that it's gonna be worth just finishing anyway. And then I'll give you my thoughts and we'll move on.
Moments later.
Can someone please tell me why? Why is it that we love it so much when the villain, even though he inflicts pain, when someone else does it, he can't stand it? Why? And then why do we love it so much?
Why do we love it so much?
When then they kill the person that hurt this girl, even though they had just finished hurting this girl like 2 seconds before. Ignore the sound of the laundry being done and also my hair, which is currently in a mask. But can we just appreciate for a second when the villain enters the chat and we get his perspective on things, because that's exactly what I was hoping for to happen in this book, and it's happening. So we finally finished Assistant to the Villain, and I have a lot of thoughts on it. I'm so excited to get to talking about it, but first I wanted to show you really quickly some of the items that I got from my latest Temu haul. Yes, we did some more shopping on Temu, and I'm really excited to show you some of the things that I got, especially for fall. I'm actually really shocked on how affordable all of these little things were, so I will leave everything linked in the description box. So first thing we have are some plush pumpkins. Tell me these are not the cutest little pumpkins you have ever seen. So cute, and they're super soft, very squishy, like perfect to have on a little side chair as an accent piece. Nice little accent pieces, I think. I also got some flowers, a little floral arrangement that I think will be really cute to have right here and replace this one for my little bookshelf vase. I think these color tones are just really pretty for fall, and you can see they're kind of like this pastel pink with like a touch of purple inside. Look like they're peonies with some greenery around them, and yeah, I just think they're really cute. There we go. I think they're kind of super random and not necessarily for fall, but I really needed one of these for the area where I do my quiet time and read my Bible. I like to have a hot cup of coffee, but I don't have a coaster, and so I'm kind of worried that I'm going to be damaging the little table that I put my mug on. So I found this, and I thought it was actually really cute. I just have to like fluff it out a little bit, but it's this macrame type of material, and it's woven, and yeah, she's really thick and she's perfect for a cup of coffee. And then the last thing I got, I'm really excited for because I wanted something to have on my bookshelf, like a little light, and I saw this and I thought it looked so cute, so whimsical, and perfect for like that cottagecore theme. So I don't know about you guys, but I think this is just the cutest little nugget. That is this little mushroom light. They come in a ton of different sizes. I got the little short and stumpy one because I thought it reminded me of Toad, like from Super Mario. But yeah, this is so cute. It's like smaller than my hand, okay? And I don't even have very large hands. But yeah, she has a little button right here. You plug her in and she lights up. And yeah, just a short and sweet little Temu haul, but I hope you guys found these things just as cute as I did. Again, I'll have everything linked down below along with the prices in case you're interested, but let's go ahead and talk about Assistant to the Villain. So I didn't really give any reading updates while I was going through this book. Honestly, I was just so engrossed. Like from page one, I knew this was gonna be a book I was going to love. This type of writing is right up my alley. It's right on par with Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, like that type of cozy writing where you have a lot of banter, it's kind of silly, nothing's really high stakes, and that's what I look for. I don't really want anything too dark and sinister. I don't necessarily need to read something that's going to be like a dark romance or anything like that. I liked the satire of the villain hiring like a sunshiny girl, and she is the assistant, and they kind of have some weird thing going on. I don't want to get into spoilers of this, but that's kind of the premise of this book, and the writing style, again, it's just what I was looking for. It is going to be a little more satirical, so if you're not into the cringy or quote cringy type of content and writing, you may not like this. I personally found it perfect for me, and I gave this a 5-star rating. I am bamboozled because I did not think I was gonna love this book as much as I did, and pleasantly surprised doesn't even cut it because this book is everything. It does end on a cliffhanger, so that sucks for me because now I have to wait like a year for the next book. What will I say about this book is if you're interested in the whole idea of a villain, you know, the bad guy, the bad boy, the person everyone else is afraid of, but this person isn't, this book is for you. If you are interested in banter and no smut, okay, so this is not a smutty book, this is not spicy, it gets 0 chili peppers. This is entirely just a book that is about two individuals that work together, and her life as an assistant. Evie Sage is so cute, love her, and we do get a little bit of a backstory of her and her family. There's also a really cute frog in this book, and he reminds me of Pascal from Tangled. If you've read this book, let me know if you agree with that. But yeah, this book was everything I was looking for, and it was perfect for me because I'm really just trying to stay away from books that are really smutty, so this just hit all of the check marks for me. If you were also interested in more of like a clean type of funny, witty type of maybe romance, has a potential of being a romance, I would say even it is a romance, maybe, but you probably won't even find it in the romance aisle of a bookstore. I don't know. I don't really know what categorizes this. It's just a fantasy, I guess. We're in an enchanting little world. A lot of little things happen. Like there's an ogre, we have a fortress, we have an invisible lair, we have magical beasts, we have a frog that can talk or is sentient. Little things like that. They just it makes for a very cute story, and I love the villain so much. I thought his character was hilarious. Inner monologue that we get for a couple of chapters in his POV were perfect to me. So yes, really hoping that book 2 will give us more chapters in the villain's point of view, but I am still really happy with both characters overall. Evie and the villain were both very fun to read. So overall, we got 2 really different books regarding villains. I think with the first one, it was really overhyped in my opinion online, and I went going into it not really knowing too much other than it was the new hyped up, everyone needs to read this fantasy book about Fae and the Unseelie Prince, who typically an Unseelie Prince in like the Fae universe, if you will, they tend to be more like the evil ones, or they're like the bad guys and they're very misunderstood and stuff. So I went into it just knowing that, and we do get that. We get definitely villain vibes, and we don't really get too much more than that. So I don't know if the next book will probably open up a world of the potential of this villain in this book maybe not being so much of a villain but more of a hero in the next book. I'm not too sure about that, but it wasn't necessarily my cup of tea. I don't really know if I'm going to read book 2. I think it was fine for what it was. It was entertaining. There were moments like you've seen earlier of me, like my reaction to things. Obviously I was shocked. Obviously some things were really cute, but overall I think it just didn't hit the mark for what I was looking for, and I do think it was kind of overhyped. So I don't know if I'm going to necessarily read book 2, but this one definitely recommend. Definitely I'm going to read book 2, and if this girl, Hannah Nicole Maehrer, if she releases more books, I'm going to be very excited about it because I loved how she wrote this book. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. What do you think of the villain? What do you think of villain archetypes? Do you think we need to read more books with the villain? Do you agree? Are you a villain girly? Are you in your villain era as well? Because I feel like I am. It just has to be done well, you know? Go ahead and watch some of these videos down below if you are interested and if you're looking for more book recommendations. But other than that, that's going to be it for me. So until next time, I will catch you in my next video. Mwah. Bye!